What's up, guys? It's your boy here, and man, I am tired. Today was a very busy day, and judging by the title, you can tell. Well, I'm guessing you came here because of that. Yes, so I met a JAV actress today. A relatively well-known one. I think I basically went to like a meet and greet sort of signing event. How I ended up going is actually kind of a simple story. I've followed her for years. Since like 2018. I found a magazine under a bench at a subway station, and it was an adult magazine that I wanted to prank one of my friends with it, but it turned out that she was featured in there, and I was like, hey, she's actually kind of interesting, and I looked her up and I found her like YouTube and other social media and stuff, and that's kind of how that went. And I was just kind of like, I was about to go to sleep, and I saw her. I was just like flicking through Instagram stories, and she said she was doing an event, and I'm like, oh yeah, an event probably somewhere in like Tokyo or Osaka, something like that. But I saw Okayama, and so I was like, wait a minute, and I go back, because Okayama Prefecture is like where I am, and she was having like a signing event in a place relatively close, about as close as you can get to where I am, basically. And so I felt like I would be doing myself a disservice being free all day not to go, right? So I went, and it ended up being, well, I wanted to talk about my experience, because I know a lot of people probably, judging by the reactions that I got from it, it was, people kind of have a different idea of what it means to have a meet and greet with an adult video actress. So I guess I want to, especially in Japan, right? Because Japan is kind of known to be a certain way for people who've not been here, that haven't come here or whatever like that. So basically it's not it's not like a lewd thing. Actually, even though you do, of course, it took place inside an adult video store. The what is it? Like the event itself isn't, aside from like the stuff that she's signing and whatnot. There are actually rules in place. And of course, like the store owner is there, and another staff. I'm guessing like one of her staff members is there too. And so like nothing can happen, And plus it's like a timed thing too, depending on how much you pay. So there's also that to keep in mind. But how do you get a ticket? That was a question that I was asking myself when I got there. I'm like, wait, do they not just sell the tickets? No. The way they sell the tickets is you have to actually choose one of her DVDs that are featured, that are eligible, and that buys you the ticket. Basically, whatever the amount of the DVD is covered by the ticket sort of tier that you pick. For this event, there were two tiers. There was the 5,000 and the 10,000 yen tier. I took the 5,000 yen one, just because I don't really like, when I do meet and greets and like VIP stuff or whatever I've done in the past, I don't really need to have like, super special treatment necessarily. Photos I could live without, that sort of thing. Just the experience of being there is enough for me, honestly. I mean, the autograph is, I don't, what is it? I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Protest. I don't protest that. I don't protest anything, of course, but there are some things if they have it, fine. If they don't, I'm not necessarily missing anything, unlike some other people, I'm sure. But yeah, and so you get the DVD, and then whatever the difference is, you pay the 5,500 yen. That's including the 10% tax, and that includes the cost of the DVD. So there's that. So you have to get one of those. I also actually got a poster. It was funny in my when I went up there, I was going to get the poster, and I'm like, oh yeah, and how do I get a ticket? I asked the guy, and he's like, oh well, if you want a ticket, you have to buy one of the DVDs. And I'm like, okay. And he thought I was trying to get a ticket with the poster, but I still wanted the poster, and so he was about to just charge me for the DVD, but I kind of said, oh, that poster also. I would also like it. He's like, oh, you want to buy this too? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. And that kind of like made him, he got really friendly after that. Actually, I have to say that the staff at the store were actually really friendly. A lot friendlier than staff at other stores I've been to. Well, the one other, I should say, store that I've been to. There's only like one other. In a different city. But, yeah, the staff were really friendly, and I had like a short conversation with the guy, because you have to wait in line. There's like a whole, like a small segment in the back of an event part of the store, I should say. Like they have a little event floor where the events happen, and they had like a curtain drawn, and like people go in one at a time, and they have their they do the meet and greet, and then they leave. And so waiting in line, and that was it was kind of a long wait, but that's a good thing for her. The actress, I should say, I've mentioned her on this channel a number of times before. Kawanoa. I was really happy to see, because I was like, oh dang, I follow her YouTube channel too, and Instagram, and so it's cool to like, I even have like a couple of her photo books digitally, and so meeting up with her I thought was a cool idea. So yeah, she's the one I met up with. Anyway, so I went to this, I was waiting in line, blah, blah, blah. One of the staff came up to me. He's talking to me. He's like, oh, he's like, so where are you from? He was curious, because I was the only, like, I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only foreign guy who is showing up to this thing. But anyway, when eventually it was my turn to go in, and I went, and honestly, it was pretty cool, because at first, everybody was kind of like, oh, this the feeling was like, oh, this is a foreign guy, am I gonna understand, or like, be able to have a conversation in Japanese? I think there's kind of a concern that maybe they can't deliver the best possible experience because of language barrier, but I basically did what I could, at least that's what I felt like I was doing, to like break the ice and kind of reassure everybody that my Nihongo isn't the most Jozu, but it is Jozu enough to where if asked, I can probably answer in some broken way, and I can definitely understand to a certain extent, right? So things were pretty smooth after that. One of the things that I noticed too is that as far as Noah herself, she is like super chill, like, but not chill as in like the Hawaii kind of chill, like surf shack Tito chill. Not really like that. More like she doesn't, at least with, I didn't hear her with anybody else either. She didn't do like the typical like Japanese like vocalizations that you hear, especially Japanese girls do all the time. You know, the like going, just like making noises while you're talking. It's like a Japanese thing to like, you know, reassure people that like, you know, oh yeah, you're paying attention. Of course she was paying attention, but she was also like signing the stuff that I had gotten. So, but yeah, she didn't really do that. She was just listening and then like responding accordingly and stuff like that. And that was actually kind of cool. I noticed that, and I was like, oh wow, she's not like she's not like I mean, it could be a Tokyo thing too, now I think about it. I mean, I don't know where she's from, but she likely lives in Tokyo, since that's where like the AV industry is sort of exclusively located. So like, at least for production. And so like, it could be a Tokyo thing, now that I think about it. Maybe, I don't know. But in any event, yeah, she was just kind of like going along with it. She really liked my name. She thought it was really cool because it was foreign, you know. And she also talked about how my nose was tall, because that's something that's an exotic thing in Japan, I guess. And I thought it was funny. And then afterwards, and I forgot I have to keep this under 15 minutes, so I gotta speed up here. But like, yeah, she was nice. She was friendly. She asked me some questions, and I complimented her YouTube channel, and she thought it was funny. I don't know why, but I genuinely do like her YouTube. Whatever, it's fine. But I mean, yeah, I know how it probably looked, and looking back, yeah, it is kind of funny. But genuinely though, especially that human fall flat gameplay video that she did, it was great. Anyway, there was that, and then like afterwards there's like a photo shoot, and this is where I like bombed completely. So when I read the rules, I didn't read like the itinerary for like the meet and greets. I just read like the rules, what's allowed, what's not. What's not allowed is lewd talk and, you know, like being annoying. If you're judged as annoying, you will just be kicked out instantly. Like that. I thought that was hilarious when I read that, of course, yeah. But like if you yeah, if you can't, you know, do dirty talk or anything like that. I mean, that's kind of cheap anyway. After reading Kaho Shibuya's book, especially, like that kind of stuff is annoying. So like, yeah, I get it. You know, just and I had no intention of doing that anyway. I was just kind of like, you know, just talking to her like I would someone normally. And then, but yeah, like, there is something about like no cameras and like taking videos and stuff like that. And I didn't know that the exception was that you do like a mini photo shoot with her where they give you 1 minute on the clock and you just snap photos of her. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a 2-shot, but no, it was that first. And so I kind of messed that up, but I was so unprepared for that. But so I have a bunch of pictures of her on my phone now. And then we did a 2-shot, which I, you know, I could have lived without, but, you know, that was pretty cool. The weird thing about that was another one of the rules is that no physical contact, no touching at all. But, like, the pose that she did was she kind of, like, took my arm and was, like, on it like a girlfriend would be. And that kind of, like, I was like, huh? Wait, what? Like, I was about to be like, wait, this is against the rules. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I kind of panicked a little bit for a second. And, you know, I'm not really a touchy-feely kind of guy anyway, but, you know, that's fine. But yeah, the event went pretty well. I'm really glad I went. If she comes down here again, I'll be back, and I'll bring my copy of Ecstasy Equalizer so she can sign that too. Because I'm sure she'll be pretty surprised to see someone like me with a DVD or a movie like that. So yeah. Anyway, I gotta finish this before I run out of time because YouTube. I'll see you next time with something else.